What's up, guys? It's Mike, the golf card collector here. I just received a FedEx package from ShipMyCards, which is a service that we international card collectors use to purchase from US sellers, and it accumulates our cards in storage until we're ready to ship them home. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you what kind of cards I collect, kind of the mishmash of stuff. Why I'm collecting each of them, and then talk a little bit also about, as an international seller, why we have to use these services, what kind of the process looks like. I don't know how much detail I can get into right now. I may do a video about that sometime. This is sort of what it looks like, so I'm not going to show my address on the FedEx package, but kind of nice that they double wrap it for us. ShipMyCards does actually have special rates for FedEx, as well as UPS and other carriers. So, spending $30, $40 to have something shipped out with 15 to 20 of my purchases is not really a big deal. It just adds like maybe a couple dollars per item, and then ShipMyCards charges I think $3 or $2 only to receive a package and process it into your storage. And then they charge $3 in order to initiate a shipment. So at the end of the day, you're paying $2 per card or per shipment, and then $3 to initiate a shipment. And then on top of that, they also have a service where you can ship it to Oregon rather than Phoenix, where Phoenix is where they're based, but they have a freight forwarder based in Oregon, so that if you purchase something on eBay and you have it shipped to their address in Oregon, you don't pay sales tax. So that's actually quite a benefit, and you could end up saving money depending on the province you live in. Canada, Alberta's not so bad, but out in Ontario or BC, where you have 11 or 12% sales tax on every purchase, the amount you save by having it delivered by a U.S. seller to ShipMyCards and saving on the tax, you could end up being pretty, you actually save money. So there's their business card. Brian Wells is the owner. All right, let's dive into it. So, looks like I got a nice number of cards here, probably about 30 cards. Let's start with some top-loaded stuff. There we go. You can tell I'm Canadian with the Steve Nash Global Icons. I forget what year this is. This is a refractor. I think it's serial numbered out of 99, 15 out of 99. I really wanted this card, actually, as a numbered out of 10. It was a gold X-fractor, but that one ended up selling for over $100. I picked this up for $10, so happy with that one. John Jones. So I'm a UFC fan. I have a small UFC card collection. And John Jones, who's been on a hiatus for 3 years, the greatest of all time, light heavyweight. And he's making his heavyweight debut. I think it's in March. So I picked up a couple of his cards that I may try to flip around that time. Unfortunately, Francis Ngannou was released by the UFC because they couldn't come to terms on a deal. So he won't be fighting Francis. He'll be fighting Cyril Gane. But as a raw card, it seems like it's in decent shape. Matthew Wolff. All right. So actually, one of my biggest PCs is Matthew Wolff. I really liked Matthew Wolff's swing when he first got on tour. So he was doing this Jim Furyk type loop in his swing. And the other thing I really liked about him was just all the hype. So he came on tour as like the #1 ranked prospect, having won, I forget if it was the US, no, he didn't win the US amateur, but he won, like, I think it was the college, he won the collegiate, whatever that is. And I just really liked him, and he came on tour and won within his first 3 starts, I think. Like he was, just came out of the gates rocking. Unfortunately though, Matthew Wolff has defected over to LIV, and he's played well, but he hasn't won any events over at LIV. So unless he manages to win a major or something, he may kind of fall into the, I don't know, he may dissolve it as a prospect. But I still have a pretty massive Matthew Wolf collection, so I'm rooting for him. And then Collin Morikawa on the flip side came out around the same time, and he has not slowed down. He did have a pretty big blow up at the Century Tournament of Champions. He was leading by like 5 or 6 going to the final round, and he ended up coming in second. John Rahm came storming down and beat him. So that was a bit of a blow to his ego, but I still have faith he's got 1 or 2 more majors in him. I hope anyways. Back to my Matthew Wolf train. Oops. As you can tell, I'm a golf card collector, but the iconic precious metal gems, it's pretty cool. It's a little beat up. You know, upper deck quality control has been miserable on these PMGs, so I won't grade it, but it's a sweet card for the PC. That is really cool. That is a retro ruby, star rubies. Tony Finau. I think I picked this up for like $10. Unbelievable. These are numbered out of 50. So I was trying to get Tiger Woods of this card, but ended up selling for like $600 Canadian or $600 or $700 Canadian. So picked up the Tony Finau. I also have a Matthew Wolf of this card on its way, but it's from a Canadian seller, so it'll arrive directly to me. Back to our Matthew Wolf train. So this is an interesting insert. So it's called Galaxy. It's that clear acetate style of card. And what's interesting about this is it's actually a case hit. So these are very hard to come by, but for some reason they haven't really picked up. They haven't picked up steam in terms of value. So I think I paid just a couple bucks for this card plus shipping. So yeah, pretty neat to have some really sweet golf inserts there. Off to a good start. Aha! Continuing with the golf theme, this is a Nick Faldo patch auto, numbered out of 10. Seems like it's in pretty good condition for raw. Corners have a couple dings. Definitely not a gem mint card, but beautiful nonetheless. It's really cool. Speaking of major winners. All right. Okay, Laurie Kane. So you'll see a few of these Diamond Relic cards actually in this unboxing. So Laurie Kane is, well, actually, you don't even know much about her, but there's a 25 card set that I'm trying to complete, numbered out of 49 with manufactured diamonds embedded in the card, and she's one of the ones I needed. Okay, so actually, when it comes taped up like this, I believe that means it came from ShipMyCards. You can tell right away from this kind of receipt that's included in the top loader of the card. That means it came from ShipMyCards, or sorry, not ShipMyCards, ComC. Check out my cards. I'm a little under the weather right now. I have a cold, so brain fog may cause me to say the wrong thing. But anyways, ComC, who I think is one of the better designers in the country, or in the world, really. As you can see with the Laurie Kane train, I picked up quite a few more of these Diamond Relic cards. Yeah, I do prefer shipping in these top loaders as opposed to like a card saver. I think One Touch is the best, but I hate when the card makes its way to the top and kind of starts messing with the team bag, and that can mess up the edges or the corners. But anyways, I'll fly through these. We got Henrik Stenson, Jason Duffner, David Duval. That one I was really happy about. I picked up for it was like $14 US, which is, that's really cool. Continuing on with Kevin Kisner, Julie Inkster. Last but not least, not a Diamond Relic, a Nick Taylor rookie autograph, number out of 799, SP Authentic. So I think I picked that up for like $1.25 or something from ComC. I just threw it into the order. All right. Actually, here's some big cards. This is, I just can't believe that eBay does the stupid authentication program, and when the seller, in this case it was ComC and then a private seller, ships it to eBay in a top loader or a magnetic one touch, they then put it in this stupid card saver. Unbelievable. Like, look at what it does to the corner. I don't know if you can see, but I can see it with my plain eyes that is putting some stress and strain on the corners. I just can't freaking believe they do that. In fact, this is voided, damaged. Boo. Boo, eBay. Okay, card is now void. Unbelievable that they do this. Gotta try and be gentle. This is a pretty high-end card. Get hundreds of dollars for this. And all right, well, it looks like that strain it was putting on the corner is actually not as apparent once you pull it out of the card saver, but regardless, I just don't feel comfortable with it being in that kind of a case. So you know what, I'm not going to pull this out right now, but anyways, definitely two of the bigger ones in the Diamond Relics sets. So happy to have Tiger. Actually, I already have one of those Tigers, so that's my second Tiger Diamond Relic. The first one is in such good condition that I think I'll send it into PSA and see if I can get a pop one. I know there's no PSA 10s of the Tiger. I don't know if there's a PSA 9. I don't think so. I've seen PSA 8s of it. So if I could even get a 9, that would be really cool. And then I may end up grading the entire set of Diamond Relics with PSA anyways, just for consistency. So yeah, JT's got a bit of, like, see that in the edge there? The foiling is kind of like coming up. So definitely would not be getting mints on the entire Diamond Relic set, but it'd be cool just to have them graded. And these card savers that they use are not even like giant. This is the same size of card saver that I would just send a regular 30-point card to get graded. So come on, eBay or CGC or whatever it is that you use for your authentication. This is just disappointing. Moving on though. That's cool. I ordered 2 of these. And they're both looking in pretty nice condition too. So Daniel Berger, similar to Matthew Wolf or Collin Morikawa, he was one of the up and coming rookies. I think it was like 2015 or 2016 or something like that. He even ended up winning Rookie of the Year. And with the Netflix documentary coming out, I think golf cards in general are going to have a bit of a spike. I don't know if it'll be lasting, but I do know that I think prices will jump up a bit, at least for the golfers that are featured on that series. I'm going to be joining a podcast called the Golf Card Strategy Show, and we're going to be talking a little bit about LIV, which players are featured in the Netflix series, and it was interesting about half of them have switched over to LIV, how that's affected golf cards. Anyways, Daniel Berger's not one of those guys, but he's actually injured right now. So I believe he'll come back from his injury and play pretty well on PGA Tour. So I picked up a couple of his rookie autograph cards thinking that, you know, good investment for 10 to 15 bucks. I think we're into the graded cards now. So I've got 4, mostly 2 PSA, 1 SGC, and 1 HGA. So pretty cool. Justin Rose, rookie autograph, numbered out of 2,999, PSA 9. Picked it up for like 20 bucks, which is about the price to grade a card these days. PSA 9s are way underrated. However, when I look at this card, see that corner, how it's got that white? The way that PSA grades these days, honestly, I don't even know if this would get a 9. This would probably end up with an 8. That's really interesting to me. Wow, that actually looks pretty dinged. and I've sent cards in less ding than that, and got an 8. So interesting. Anyways, cool card to have slad. Hey, back on the Steve Nash train. I'm really excited about this one, actually. So this is a Steve Nash PMG retro, retro red. I think this is numbered out of 150. Yeah, really cool card. This got an 8.5. So I was gonna say, actually, looking at the front, that this should have been a 9 if you were to compare it to the Justin Rose with the ding corner, just because the corner is kind of the only thing I can really see. But when I look at the back, yeah, there's a bit of edge wear along the top, so nothing major. I think 8.5 is definitely a fair grade. Would probably get an 8 at best if I sent it in a PSA. So, and the red actually looks really cool in the SGC slab. I wish that these carried more value. And being a Steve Nash fan rather than a Suns fan, I don't really care that it's his college jersey. All right, 2 more golf cards to finish up. Jordan Spieth, first pitch refractor. HGA 9.5 gem mint. Min gen with 1.9 and the rest 9.5s. Cool card. HGA slabs are actually pretty durable, pretty strong. Upon first glance, I mean, it's hard to tell the surface on a card like this when you're just looking at it, but corners, centering, edges all look really clean, so possibly a PSA 10. But sweet card. Last but not least, actually last and definitely not least, one of my favorite cards in this submission. John Daly, 1 of 1. Leaf Vibrance. This got a PSA 8. I am seriously thinking about cracking this and sending it to SGC because I have this card already in the gold crystals version. This is the gold rainbow, meaning it's kind of like a refractor. The gold crystals version is like a sapphire type appearance, and having them in the same slab would be, I think, kind of cool as a collector. And that one got a 10 with a 10 auto. This would get a 10 auto, looking at that beautiful autograph. And I don't know, just looking at it right now, unless there's something massive on the surface, I really think SGC would have a good chance of grading this 9, 9.5, or even a 10. So anyways, that's it for my shipment unboxing. Hopefully you guys found that kind of interesting. As a golf card collector, I would love to see more content out there, people sharing what they collect, what they unbox, what they grade. So leave a comment down below if you like what you see, like and subscribe, and catch you again later.